when people just think about it with their bare mind, without connecting it to what? To the word that instituted flesh and spirit, or the spirit that instituted what? Blood and what? Flesh and water. They will never have the understanding, because understanding itself is of a great source of what? Wisdom that should be given. So that even should I just begin to say anything now, and I even ask me what was I saying, even though I know what I was saying, but there was a point that it is really connected to the, like it was channeled to one particular thing. So if it was connected to a particular situation in life, it means that it's not everyone that this very conversation is going for. Because whatever they may need this morning, you might need a different thing. Because another person may need just a cup of water to survive for the whole day. Someone may also have to live on maybe a whole gallon. Why? Because their job, their work, their nature of what? Uh, Friction work in the whole flesh, or conversation, or relation to things are very different. It differs. So no one can say anything and tarnish the image of another, provided the person is blessed. For if heaven bless, the blessings of the Lord is, it says what? It makes what? Rich. He adds no sorrow. Yes. So if any sorrowful thing happens this day, you know that the scripture is written based on circumstances of those days and now. So it is both carrying images and spirit of what was needful at that time and what is also needful in these days. Mm. So let's give thanks at all times. Whenever something pops up, or whenever we have any issue confronting us, especially in the spirit, because when we understand something, even in the spirit, and knowing how to bring it also into the flesh, of course, the best way is to produce something from spirit into what? Flesh, living. That's physicality. Because if we have any established communication between the spirit and then our physical living places, what should now come and speak for the truth? It is the spirit that comes to speak for the truth. Because no man even dare to understand. What do they even understand by what the spirit says? They did say. That's why it says that for the spirit is what? Is our witness. They bear witness of us. But if I am loved, or I carry the great love in me, and someone should just sit around me, or should just be attracted by my love, and give thanks to the Lord Almighty, or God who created all these things. Because I would have done something. Through me, God would have what? Exalted himself above the level of human expectation, so that he goes beyond what? An expectation of even what the height of a storage structure is. How we are making the headway. Open to Zechariah chapter number 6. Yes, Zechariah chapter number 6, verse 1. I just want to hear this. I want to tap into something right now from that side. Zechariah chapter 6, verse 1. Yes, I want to say that this is how transformational we are. Indeed, if we are transformational and we have life, we will rain life, we will pour life, we will just filter something, we will purify things. For it is such the Lord expects. That's why He sow a good thing, you and you will not reap of what? Evil of the whatever He sowed to be good. Yes. He says what? Zechariah chapter 6, verse 1 says what? It says what? Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Let me also take a look at it. So we are saying that what happens? For there should be what? Spirit that is bearing witness of whatever we are saying in flesh. Because without a spirit, there can be no what a physical contact or spiritual contact or any relay of any understanding, depending on the level of understanding or the studies of someone's mind, how it has been trained, whether it is able to grab or not, or maybe reject. It doesn't really mean anything, but when the spirit is involved, we know who did it, so that we give glory to him who created her majesty and taking good care of things and presiding over all that he's created by authority given unto what? They that have been given that crown. So Zechariah chapter 6, I want to just take a very quick moment. And it said, and I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, there came four chariots out from between two mountains, and the mountains were mountains of brass. Mountains of what? Brass. Mountains of brass. So who should understand this? Except we just open onto this side. No one can understand except we see even what the brass is made up of and what importance has the brass in our whole life. Thank you very much. Now let's take a quick break, and when we return, we'll look at what the power of God and the Spirit of God is able to do. Because it's supposed to be a wonderful God. Thank you. Yeah. So, verse 2 of the Zechariah, we are reading from chapter 6, verse 1. And we just did that, right? So now we are on verse 2. Because we started with this by having a human talking, a human saying something concerning God. And the witness should be what? The Spirit. So if the Spirit is our witness, then let's begin to see how the Spirit relates to someone. I hope you get it. So verse 2 says what? Sorry, I'm I'm drinking this. Sometimes this is the only way we can share what we are eating or what we're reading. So that if you have any issues with yourself, maybe at the moment you could drink just a little of this for a great awesome answers. I'm just talking about the whole flesh. And the whole flesh could be purified through whatever the blessed one could even guide you to use. Put you on a special diet or some particular reasons you should be one that is right, one that is recommended for. Not everyone, but everyone can also get it on the market and make their own purchases. But I'm only saying that for the purpose of whatever I'm eating, yeah, it's the reason why I'm proving it on this platform. Make sure you also grab one of these because it's fruit, it's juice, it has something that you can do. To the right person, I recommend, not everyone. To those who just take this in because it is on the market or they feel like they can drink, that's not an issue. I'm only recommending this thing to the right person. But when this thing touches the holy thing that suffers other things in the flesh that just really needed to have their relief or whatsoever, I just have to have a word, a little as I speak. Thanks. hmm So verse 2 says that, yeah, verse 2. The first chariot were red horses. Okay. Yes, so the first chariot were red horses, and the second chariot were black horses. So obviously, we should have spirits varying from one kingdom to the other. So basically, this how to even deal with a circumstance where you have different kingdoms. Like even churches of today are also operating under different kingdoms. Not that every structure or every tent that is situated on a plot really stands in the name of the Lord, is truly appointed for whatever service they render. But just that they are doing it to fulfill something written already. Yes, because some of them may cast out demons in His name, yet they have no portion in Him. Yeah, they have no portion in Him. So whenever we are speaking or pouring out words in spirit, for whatever I speak is spirit. That's all I want. So to whom the Spirit intercede for, they should also come out boldly and give testimony on a platform wherever they find the information worth reaching them. They should also give thanks, because for whatever I speak are spirit, and the Spirit bears what witnesses of things that I say, because I would have already given myself the benefits. It's raining. It's raining. It just started raining on the whole heavens. It's so amazing right now. It's raining. Beautiful. Beautiful. There's whatever you observe now, watch it closely, for it has a great connection with me. And this is how angels could just brood into a house and look for one that really searcheth for them. A great wisdom and knowledge, a great studies, a great call, as a big connecting us in the gym, connected with this. Like first time ever to see them like this. Yes. So I know there's a great connection. Thanks.